Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again on a glorious Tuesday night. We call it Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, and I'm your boy Stevie Ray, the host of the world's most dangerous podcast. And you guys know why we call it dangerous. Because anything may happen at any time. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend. I know I did. Got a few things on the horizons. I am excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. But you guys don't know what I'm excited about. I will let you know what I'm excited about. I'm excited about life. Life. That's what I'm excited about. See, the thing goes like this. You never hear old Ray Dog talk about yesterday in the old glorious days of professional wrestling. You know what you hear Ray Dog talking about? I'm talking about today, and I'm talking about tomorrow. Because I'm about getting it done. Yesterday is yesterday. We call that revisionist history, which is cool. But how many people are sitting around watching videos of themselves and they want to stay in that 15 minutes of fame that they had at one time? How many people? Well, I'll let you know something. Old Ray Dog ain't one of them, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Old Ray Dog ain't one of them. Now, I know Dale is out there somewhere. What's up, Cron? What's up, Real Cool? Y'all seen Dale? Because I'm starting to feel sorry for the man. I'm starting to feel bad for the man. And y'all know what I'm talking about. What's up out there, guys, on Instagram that's watching me right now? If you guys want to see the show tonight that's on Instagram, you guys are going to have to go over to Stevie Ray TV, okay? Stevie Ray TV on YouTube or either Stevie Ray TV on Twitch. Or you can look me up right now on Facebook also if you're one of my followers or become one of my followers. Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably full, but you can still go on there and check the show out. I got the show planned on that tonight. For a short period of time, we're still going to be on Facebook for a while. But as soon as I get things straightened out, we're going to be live on Instagram where you guys can see the show and the guest, so on and so forth. Now, on certain Tuesdays, we call things Tokyo Heat. What's up, Marco? And the reason we call it Tokyo Heat is because of my main man, Sonny. Now, Sonny has been out there doing his thing, man. He's got a lot of stuff coming up, bro. But instead of me telling you about it, I'd rather have him tell you about it. That's what I'd rather do. Because, you know, I can't keep up with what everybody else is doing, man. But Tokyo Heat, I want him to come tonight. And we'll see what he's talking about. Because, man, he sent me all kind of stuff. He got this going on. He got that going on. Brother, I can't even keep up with it. I would post it. Well, I probably am going to post it on my Facebook account. Probably later on tonight. Everything that he's got going on. He even got things going on with Perry Saturn. You guys remember Perry Saturn? You guys know Perry Saturn? He even got things going on with him. So I'd rather you guys check it out than me trying to explain exactly whatever it is. Who is that out there from Germany? What's going on, brother? What time is it in Germany right now? What is that, about 6 to 8 hours ahead of us, depending on our time zone? Man, you should be asleep. But I appreciate you if you're up watching me. What's up, Leroy? But it is what it is. You know, I spent a lot of time in Germany. You know, going up and down the Autobahn. But I always went up and down the Autobahn in a slow-moving bus. When you had Mercedes-Benz and BMWs going down the street 150 miles an hour. Porsches. That's where I wanted to be. But no, man, I had to be in the slow lane because I was trying to get to where I was trying to be. But be that as it may, Germany was always a great country to visit, man. So what's up, Daniel? Daniel, you ain't been around in a while, man. Where you been? What's up, DT? Where Daniel been, man? He probably like Dale, got him working the late shift. His hours have changed. But like I said, guys, Sonny is supposed to be here. Then again, I hit him earlier to give him a heads up that we were going to do the show. And he said he wanted to come on and talk about all the things he had going on. Now, I sent him the link, but he hasn't chimed in yet. So maybe I should send it again. Well, he'll text me if he didn't get the link. He'll text me. But until he gets here, guys, I got another buddy of mine on the hook. You guys know him as the professor, Mr. Avi Klein, who has chimed in a couple of times before, but his video camera wasn't working. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, no more suspense, okay? Wait a minute. I think Sonny Ono has just chimed in. I was about to bring our other guests on, but until then, Sonny is here. Sonny Ono is here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to bring him in right now, and I'll leave my other guests in the green room for a few. Let's see. There he is.
What's up? Look, all access.
What you got?
I have all access.
All access. All access to what? Now, Sonny, I'm telling the people this.
What? What's going on?
Now, Kron just came on and said, we want Avi. Wait a minute, Kron. I can't have you coming on the show disrespecting Sonny Ono like that. Right. Sonny Ono has been a guest on this show for quite some time.
Tell that jabroni to come down to Dallas and meet me anywhere,
wait a minute.
anytime. What?
Sonny, I can't have you disrespecting them, the guests, man.
He wants to disrespect me first.
Well, you can't drop to his level, brother. Haven't I taught you anything?
No,
you can't drop to his level.
I learned all this from you.
Well,
the man from the hood.
Who said I was from the hood?
You did.
I never said I was from the hood.
All right, you're from.
I said I was straight off the corner. That's the difference. Okay? That's the difference.
I can't wait till when we do our thing. I got some stuff for you.
Okay.
Man, you're not gonna believe.
Well, hey man, I got another guest on tonight, Mr. Avi Klein. I'm not sure if you met Avi. You met Avi in Vegas a few years back.
Okay.
He was doing some. Remember, we was doing the live podcast thing that I put together. He's the one that did that with me. He's on the show tonight.
Okay, cool.
And Avi's got a deal going on, brother. That in all actuality, I was just a guest co-host on his show.
Okay.
I'll let him explain all that to you when he comes on. But as of right now, you got a lot of things going on.
I know it, man.
And the people want to know what's going on, man.
Well, so we are. So I was approached by the state of Minnesota.
Okay.
I used to live up in Iowa. I mean, I still live up there a little bit, but for a women's shelter, a fundraiser thing for state of Minnesota, and they said that the governor was a big fan of Nitro because the first Nitro was at Mall. Are you talking
about Tim Waltz?
Yes.
Okay. I think everybody was a big fan in those days, man. I think that's the era that put professional wrestling into pop culture.
Absolutely. And so, but what you remember is that Jushin Thunder Liger was the first match.
Okay.
Against Mr. Pillman, if you remember that.
Right.
And his family was there.
Okay.
And I think his family was taken by Liger. It's kind of to a younger. I think he has a son and a daughter, but they're both, in that fact that Liger was nice to them, took picture with him, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
So when he says, "Hey, can you get me Jushin Thunder Liger for this?"
Now he wants you to get Jushin Thunder Liger for the fundraiser.
Yes.
And the fundraiser is what exactly?
For a women's shelter of state of Minnesota.
No. I'm saying what are you going to be doing to raise the funds?
Autograph signing, appearance.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's getting on a plane in a few hours, and
right.
he will be here in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Or in Minneapolis.
Are you in Minneapolis right now?
No, I'll be getting on a plane tomorrow.
Okay. No, that's not that far from Iowa though.
No, 2-hour drive.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
About a 45-minute flight.
Yeah. So anyway, and when we said, yeah, sure, I can get you Liger. And he had fond memories from back in the days.
Okay.
When he was a football coach.
Okay.
Well, who else can you get for us? Well, I can pretty much get you anywhere. Depends on what do you want to pay for these guys. And we're interested in Japanese guys. So I said, well, can you get Ultimo Dragon? I said, that's my boy. So I said, yeah, I can get him. He said, can he come up and wrestle? I said, yeah, he can come up and wrestle.
So they're doing. So let me get this straight. You're bringing in the Japanese guys, and they're having a autograph session and a professional wrestling match also.
Yeah, some of them, not all of them, but some of them.
I mean, just a professional wrestling match in conjunction with the autographs.
Yes. So there'll be autograph session from 4 to 7, I believe, and 7 on it'll be a matches.
Right. I would need about $3,000 for that. Okay, continue. If I was there, but go ahead.
Do you want to come up? I can make that happen.
Brother, when is it?
This weekend.
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
I got a gala to go to Sunday.
Okay.
I got a gala to go through Sunday where a lot of people that I know are getting certificates from the President of the United States of America. Oh. So I got to be there to support a couple of people that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you mean, Kak, you can get me in? You just not telling me about it? What you talking about? Oh, I can get you in. Hey, and the shit is a couple of days from now?
I tried to get Kat in, and they said, who? No, they didn't. They said, I can't get Kat.
I'm finna call Kat right now and tell him what you just said.
No,
now you want to ask me, can I get in? Okay, well, how long this thing been put together? Ain't nobody called me about it.
You're not Japanese, brother.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. They look at me.
Well, I want to tell Tim Waltz, who's also running for vice president. Yes. In a couple of weeks, people will be voting for president of the United States of America. And I want to tell Tim Waltz this.
Yes. Any message you want me to give it to him? Or?
Yes, I want you to give this man a message.
Okay.
I want to tell Tim Waltz.
Yeah.
That why was he a big fan of the Japanese wrestlers, but he wasn't a big fan of Ray Dog?
All right, I'll ask him.
Oh, now you're going to ask him.
Well,
you should have already done it.
No, man, I'll ask him when I see him.
Now they're going to bring in the wasn't Tim in the Army?
I think he was in a reserve.
He was military.
Yeah.
Okay, did you tell him did you tell him about the attack at Pearl Harbor?
We didn't go back that far.
Did you tell him about how guys like myself, my lineage had to come and help win that war? But yet he don't ask me to come in?
I told him you grandpappy with the guy in Arizona shooting down all the Japanese, the guy who was in the galley that they brought him back up because they ran out of people. He's out there with a machine gun knocking down all them zeros. I told him your grandpappy was that.
Okay.
Wait till when we do our thing.
I want to come to Minnesota, know how.
I mean,
I never liked that state. I love the football team. I never liked the state.
Well, it's too cold. It is cold.
That ain't that. Just don't. I just hate that part of the country.
Come on now, you've been up there, and you know people.
It's not green enough. It's not green enough. Everything brown.
Well, snow is white. Maybe that's why.
Everything's dead.
Maybe that's why. You don't
All
like
the grass is
white.
dead. All the trees are dead. I remember going to a drag race up there with my buddies. My buddies were drag racing in what's the name of that town?
Brainerd,
Minnesota. Yeah, man, it's not that far. Huh? Yeah, because you're from there. Yeah. I go to Brainerd.
Yeah.
I'm driving, man. It was further than what they told me. I had wrestled in Wisconsin the night before. Okay. So I'm flying out of Minnesota. I get in my rental car by myself. I'm driving from here to Dallas almost. I'm like, what is this place at, man? I'm thinking it's right down the road. I get there and it's a town, Sonny.
Yeah.
A town where you park in people's backyards and stuff like that. I'm like, what kind of Hoboken? Okay, I'll pay some guy $5-10 to park in his front yard. Okay, I walk across. I go to the track, and I'm walking around because I go to drag. I meet my boys at drag racing events all over the country.
Yeah,
but I had never been to Brainerd. I walk out there. What's up, Queen? I walk out there, brother, and it's like 10 zillion professional wrestling fans.
Oh man. See,
10 zillion. I couldn't walk through the place without somebody. Now, I can go to Houston, drag racing, 50, 60,000 people. Nobody recognized me every blue moon. And I live here. Yeah, I go to Brainerd, and I couldn't even get to where my boys were without signing autographs and taking pictures.
There isn't too many people of your persuasion up there.
That's true. I ain't seen no brothers.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I ain't seen no brothers, bro.
No.
None.
Brothers smart. They don't like that cold stuff. So you can't. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, Minnesota. But anyway, brother. Well, I'm glad to hear things are going well. Now, that's going on when? What is it called exactly?
It's a women fundraiser event.
Do they have a name for it?
I sent you all the posters.
Yeah, I know. I told everybody I'll be reposting them on social media later.
But here's more stuff. So things got snowball rolling. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Liger, then Dragon. Then they said, "Can you get more Japanese fellas?" I said, I can get you Yuji Nagata. So because I'm calling my brothers back home.
So let's sum this up.
Here we
let's
go.
sum this up. No, man. I can't spend all night talking about Japanese people. No disrespect.
What do you mean?
Okay, I just can't do that, bro. I mean.
Why? You still?
I'll help you. I'll help you promote it.
Yeah,
I'll help you promote it.
You probably still have a problem with that Black Bomber thing.
Yeah. I detest somebody actually treating me racist like Japanese people.
Okay.
I detest it. I've told you that on many occasions.
They weren't racist to you.
Well, they were bigoted to me.
No, they weren't. They just said, "Hey, don't let that mother eat."
Anybody that tries to take over everything in the South Pacific all the way up to China, I can't trust them.
Oh, we were trying to be like England. That's all.
I know that, bro. I can't trust them. I can't turn my back on them. Then they bring me over and then tell me there's no words for Harlem Heat. I mean, no. Ebony Experience. It says no word in the Japanese language. Then I meet you and I ask you and you tell me the words in Japanese. So the man was lying.
Yes, he was. Yes.
The man was. Hey, you don't take liberties on a man like that. You don't do that. That's not right.
They had names.
I would never do that to you, Sonny.
Remember, it was right after the war when you went over there. I guess it was.
No, it wasn't. 1992.
Black Bomber's pretty good, man. B-52, Black Bomber, Fat Boy.
That's not right. Do you know I keep that picture right by me so I can watch it every night?
It to me in many occasions.
Yeah, I keep that picture. That was the day. That was the day my eyes was open. That was the day I was woke. Okay, the real woke, not this garbage they trying to run on everybody nowadays. The real woke. Yeah, I got my wake up call. But anyway, Sonny, you had a few other things on there. You want to elaborate on those also?
So Justin Liger has never had, because he doesn't speak. He doesn't. Remember back in he doesn't do.
Right.
He's a character. So when he was at WCW, I did all this, basically. I was his manager, so I spoke for him. Same thing I do for Dragon and everybody else.
Right.
But they said, "What? Can you have an interview?"
Uh-oh. Sonny just went out, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not on my end, I don't think, because whenever I have something, yeah.
Okay.
You probably hit
So
the button again, man. Keep your hands away from stuff.
I can make the interview thing go. So he said, "Well, we want to have a dinner in his honor, and we'll do a Q&A session." I said, "Okay."
Now,
So
all of this coming from the governor?
Yeah.
How he got time? How he got time to be running some outlaw show, and you got the presidential race coming up in the next couple of weeks?
Well, no, I don't know he's going to be there, but because he's out running around all over. He's up in Michigan, in North Carolina and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So
running his game.
So I got Bo Nakano coming in. She was just in London, so she's coming in. She's there already, actually.
Okay.
And so I got core of my people that I used to manage back in WCW days. So I'm doing a dinner and an interview with Liger on the 25th, and then we have autograph signing on the 26th. Mm-hmm. And I get a call from one of the top 2 company in Japan. You know which one it is. They call me up and say, "Hey," the head booker from that office called me up and says, "Hey, can you do a tryout for us? We're looking for new talent that you, Sonny, you think somebody who will go over in Japan. We want a young, up and coming, we don't want a green guys, but we want somebody who's with a few years of experience,
okay,
that has not been exposed yet."
Okay,
so we decided to have that. So we're having a tryout up there.
So you're having a tryout the same day?
Yes, the morning of the 26th.
Okay.
So I have a morning of 26th. We have a tryout, and the chosen one, like I did back
Wait a minute. Somebody just posted something. Tim Waltz will be booking AEW in 2 months. Why you say that? Why you say that, DT? Tim Waltz. So you don't think Tim Waltz is going to win the presidency?
Or vice presidency?
Or he going to be booking? That's weird. I just think that's weird. Tim Waltz will be booking AEW in 2 months. Wow.
Well,
wow.
This election is goofy as ever. You know what I mean?
Brother, I've been trying to tell you that for 10 years. Don't nobody listen to your boy.
No.
Don't nobody listen to me. This whole thing got people on a level of no return.
Oh, I know.
They have taken liberties on your mind and made people believe the unbelievable. But you know who never believed the unbelievable? You know who?
You. That's it.
No. They not getting me, bro. They not getting me. See, I came up watching TV shows like The Twilight Zone, dog. And see, I went out of my way to try to understand what Rod Serling was trying to say in those TV shows. Now, it took me years to do it. I couldn't do it as a kid. But once I became a grown man, after seeing the episodes over and over and over, I started to get it. And I took those tidbits from the Twilight Zone and applied them to this is no lie. This is a shoot right now. And I applied them to my everyday life. And I'm going to tell you something. If you go back and watch those episodes, and if you get it, you will see the same thing playing out in front of you in today's world. As it pertains to the behavior of the human mind and people as to how they look at things. I swear to God.
And I got to tell you, I'm Japanese national, so I have no dog in a fight here.
That's a lie.
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
That's a lie.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm hoping Kamala and Tim wins, because now I have inside track. You know what I mean? I want to have.
You better. Oh, wait a minute. I can hold you hostage now.
No,
I can
so
call
now,
the Tim. I can call Tim Watson and really tell him what you really
no,
think.
no, I want to book a match on a Rose Garden. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I hear you. But you know
Yeah,
what, Sonny? I just honestly believe my buddy, my man, the professor, R.B. Klein, he and I
yeah,
have been having these conversations for years, brother. And the experiment, just like a TV show,
yeah.
just like a coach of a team, just like a sitcom, just like a song, eventually everything wears out and gets old.
No,
I just honestly believe the Donald Trump experience is done.
well, he's trying to reinvent himself over and
I
over and over again.
understand that.
Soundbite. He said today, we're watching today, and there was a soundbite that he said, he wants his general to be
Mhm.
like Hitler's general.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah,
That kind of rhetoric, even for the state of mind that actually absorbs that, it's old now.
yeah.
Good times only lasted 5 years.
Well, yeah, and his shock
You know,
value. He's
and
trying to
then it's
shock
like
everybody all the time.
it's time to write something else.
Yeah.
It's time to
So
write something
anyway,
else.
listen,
Friends
only
only
2
stayed
weeks.
on it for so long. Now this ain't
Only
no
2.
Gunsmoke gimmick. This ain't the Gunsmoke gimmick that stayed on forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wait a minute. Who would win 1 versus 2? Tim Walz versus Donald Trump. I mean, Daniel, with all due respect, who
I
gives
don't
a
know.
shit? Who really gives a shit?
Well, we're
I
talking
mean,
about shooting.
I'm serious. No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's a really off-brand type question. You know what I'm saying? I mean, frankly, I don't even lower my thought pattern down to something that low and idiotic to even give an answer to, man. With all due respect, because you think I give 2 shits about an 80-year-old man and a younger 60-year-old man having any kind of confrontation? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well,
we got better things. We have better things to talk about and put our perspective toward in this world, other than that bullshit, bro. That's what I'm talking about right now. An experience that people get into and actually take it for something serious, and you're just getting played by the powers that be. You're getting played. And then you buy into it, and then you wonder every single solitary time when it's over, why do I feel so fucking disappointed? Damn, didn't you learn from the last time? No, I didn't. Oh, well, that's why. Because nobody remember. Everybody just pretty much focus on what's going on now.
yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago. You done forgot about that. And when you really think about it, 15 years wasn't that long ago.
No, I mean,
Wasn't that long ago. So it's like starting the clock all over again. Everything is as old as new again. Then you get caught up in the fucking rhetoric
well,
of somebody.
what's really amazing thing is that you and I have known each other for almost 30 years now.
Right.
And it, 30-year plus actually. And is what's really interesting. I was talking to Kat about this. Kat
talking to Kat. What? I thought you were trying to uplift yourself, uplift your mind. What did Kat actually? What did he actually tell you?
No, he said it's amazing to me. I told him,
okay,
it's amazing. Although we don't get to see each other that often,
right?
But we keep in touch with each other all the time. You'll text me or I'll text you, right. And there's always something going on. There's a project, just like the project that's coming up now. Who does he call? You, me, and a few other, his close friends.
Right.
And that's the same thing with me when they say, hey, can you give me some more Japanese? Sure. I can pick up the phone and bypass a lot of things and go right to Jushin Thunder Liger.
Well, that's good, man. Just cut out the middle guy.
Yeah. And I don't have to, I just have to make sure the New Japan know what's going on. Same thing with Yuji and, Dragon. I just go right to the source. Bo Nakano, So it's going to be pretty cool. They're going to be signing autographs, and the match is going to be pretty good. Yuji going to have a match. Dragon going to have a match. and along with a bunch of other stars. You know, it's not
Well,
just
good
the
for you,
Japanese.
man. And that's the 25th,
That's the 26th.
the 26th.
Yeah.
Is it a
So,
2-day event or one?
well, it's actually the event's one day, but we're doing a dinner. It's 25th. with
Okay, I
like
got you. I got you now. Well, hey, man, good luck with all that, and tell everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's
You know,
almost sold
I
out. Ticket
tell
as
every,
of 3 days was sold out almost.
yeah, tell everybody I said hi, and
Absolutely.
being in being that's going on in Minnesota, it ain't got really cold there yet, right?
No, it was really nice
Like in the
today.
like in the 60s, 50s, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, which is nice for that part of the country. You know.
You know, I was just digging through my stuff here and saw a couple of main luchador has moved over to WWE from AEW.
Right.
So yeah, those guys, you know, got a hold of me and said, "Hey, you know, we're gonna move on."
Well, you know,
so,
they've had some. We've seen the people jumping ship from AEW going to WWE, and we're seeing WWE guys going over to AEW guys going over to AEW. So I think that's the more exposure both of them get, the more we're going to see that. Because at one time, the AEW guys were not worthy. You see what I'm saying? That's why you never seen anybody leaving AEW going over to WWE because they wasn't worthy. Now, because they've been around for a while, and now they can really see between the tea leaves and see the guys that's really talented.
Right.
And it's I don't, you know, as good as AEW is, and I love the product that they put out to a certain degree. Certain things I don't understand, but that's just me. Now that you see that they got a lot of talent there. But the thing is, once they get groomed to be WWE talent, they will stand out. See, the talent over there, they don't stand out because it's kind of like a lot of people doing the same thing. Whereas in WWE, everything has to be an individual entity. Every person, every gimmick, everything. You know, it's like a cartoon when you're doing superheroes. You can't have two Supermen. You can't have two Spider-Mans. You can't have two Hulks. You know what I'm saying? They can be a big Hulk and a medium-sized Hulk, but you can't have two Hulks. That's the one thing about the product of WWE. They always put it out in a way that you know who's who.
Yeah, it's distinguished. You know, each character is distinguished, and they do. WWE does an amazing job at that.
No, they always have.
Yeah,
and that's what I was trying to implement behind the scenes, Sonny. That's why I was helping talent. That's why I was telling these young guys, don't wear that. Wear something somebody else doesn't wear. Did you ever see Harlem Heat? Did you ever see Harlem Heat dressed like anybody else in the history of professional wrestling? You know why? Because we sit down with someone to sketch us some stuff that was different. We rather pay this person to come, because that's what WWE does.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So we took that same analogy and came up with our outfits. The head, the do-rags, the whole thing. The boots, everything. Yes, we did that purposely. Because you know why? Because I didn't need some sucker thinking for Harlem Heat that they ain't never been down the road of a Harlem Heat. You dig?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's just like I'm going to tell you from your homeland. And then I'm going to sketch everything up for you. So I'm going to sketch it up the way I see you. I'm not going to sketch it up the way you are. See, it's a difference.
We talked about, you know, you don't have to go over this again, but, you know, why you didn't go over there to WWE as, you know.
Right.
Did they ever come up as the remake of Black Bomber gimmick over there in WWE?
They probably would have. They probably would have. And we came out, and I come up with some khakis on and a helmet like in World War II.
Yeah, little goggles.
Or one of those bomber jackets. You remember the bomber jackets on the guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
with that hat, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that you guys were in Japan and they called you the Black Bomber, so we're gonna go with something like that. Here's our sketch artist right here. He's came up with these things right here, and we want to see how you guys like it. Big Stevie, you said over there. Booker T, you said right there. That's probably what the conversation would have sounded like. That, you know what I'm saying? While I'm macking these holes back here, you guys sit over there.
and every time you guys win a match, you have to put there like a, you know what I mean? Like how they do on the plane, they put all the planes that they knocked down. Yeah. Mark.
I couldn't have dealt with it, Sonny. I mean, it's bad enough. People don't know the mental anguish. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm just saying. If people don't know the mental anguish I've had to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm a deep person at heart. And I had to deal with a lot of mental anguish, man, where I just had to shake my head, man. Like, are they serious? But I got through it because I'm a strong individual, brother.
Right.
My mother had a strong-minded kid, and coming up the way I came up, hey, baby, you just roll with it and deal with it.
Let me change your subject real quick. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So I've been asked. I had another phone call today from a booker.
Okay.
Not your brother, but
a booker.
A booker. Yes.
Okay. Singular.
Yes. Hey, we're looking for young talent. We really want you to conduct these tryout. 6, 7, 8 of them a year, and look for up and coming talent.
Okay.
And I'm going to be taking guys over there. And I would love to have you.
You're going to be taking guys over to Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would love to. I mean, they're going to be training there, living in dojo.
Right.
Doing the whole dojo experience, the whole Japanese experience of becoming a professional wrestler there.
Right.
But I would love to have you come along. And
to help you evaluate.
Yeah, I would love to have you do that. And being because I have a Perry Saturn this weekend going to help me do that. So when I do one, if we do one in Dallas or in Houston or somewhere in Texas, we're going to do. Love to have you come out and say, hey,
hey brother, just say the word. I'll be there.
Yeah, and
all you gotta do is say the word. I'll be there.
What I would like to do is, get enough war chest so that I could bring, you can tag along with me to Japan for about 10 days. Yeah, you don't have to do the Black Bomber gimmick.
Hey man, 10 days in Japan, I might well climb Mount Fuji.
No, I will hook you up with some beautiful.
Ah man, you tried that before. Look how that didn't work out, man. I don't trust you on that. What about 5 days?
Hey, it takes a day to get there and a day to come back.
Yeah, no, don't remind me.
Oh
I lost 4 days of my life.
By the way, the company called ZIP Air, who is the airline that been around for a little bit, probably about 6, 7 years now. It's run by Japan Airline. They're starting a direct flight out of Houston, starting March. Yeah.
Okay.
And they have those lay flat.
They're not going to lay over in California?
No, they do have one in California that goes over there direct, but they're starting a new one out of Houston. I just got an email.
Okay. Because every time I've ever gone to Japan, I had to stop somewhere on the West Coast.
Right.
And then wait for 8 hours. Then wait in that app for 8 hours.
Because the company you work for was the cheapest airfare.
Kendo.
Yes, Kendo
with them cheap flights he put us on, man.
Right. They still have those fares that goes from like Dallas to Vancouver,
right?
And Vancouver to Toronto, Toronto over the ice cap.
Over the then take you over to Washington State or Oregon.
Yeah, then they take you over to like North Korea.
Oh, okay, yeah. Going through over Alaska and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's right. Matter of fact, a guy I know came back on one of those. Yeah, I'm like, damn, what are you doing? What are you doing way up there? He coming to Houston. What you doing way up there?
I would love to have you, tag along with me, and I mean, just we could do a Tokyo Heat from over there.
Hey, brother, you set it up. I'm there.
Okay, all right.
You set it up. I'm there. But everybody, that's Sonny's news of the day. He's going to be hanging out in Minnesota this weekend with Tim Walsh. Tim Walsh ain't going to be there. He's smart.
No.
But be there in May. Yeah. But hey, man, I got a good friend of mine, the professor, who's been coming on the show, Sonny, enlightening the audience while you've been out running up and down the highway in Minnesota with the vice president.
Yeah.
Well, maybe vice president, but the guy that's running for vice president. You know, Avi Klein, the professor, is waiting in the green room right now.
All right.
Waiting in the green room right now. Now, he's someone that I love to hang out with. You know why?
Why is that?
Nobody insults me. When I'm around.
I don't insult you, except
your people do. Your people do.
You people. I just because my experience was you and Kat, I don't see, because how you treat me, I don't think that all African American people are negative towards me.
Well, I do. I'm different than you. You came over here on your own volition. I did not. Okay. I was captured. Okay. I was captured and brought here. Okay.
You were captured.
See the difference?
And sold.
Huh?
Sold.
You see what I'm saying?
Sold.
So I still have mental. People don't realize the mental stress that goes on. That still goes on in my head. See, you don't even respect that, Sonny. You don't even think about it.
No, because you didn't go through it. You people did.
Don't matter. It's lingering. Don't matter.
Hey, I don't hold you, Stevie Ray, for dropping that big fat boy.
What do you mean? Don't talk to me about that. If it was up left, something, Sonny. Before we bring the great Professor Avi Klein on, I had an argument with a guy on the radio station about that. Oh, really? You know what I was telling him? I was telling him that even Sonny Ono people didn't deserve that. That is what I was telling him.
Oh, nice.
You know what he was telling me? What was read in the history books?
Yeah.
It was going to save this many lives. And it was going to save 250,000. It was going to save 750,000. It was going to save 1 million lives and stuff like that, because we don't have to fight on the island and country of the land of the rising sun. And what I was telling him was that was all a lie.
Oh, he was, sure. I
was telling him that. So that's the empathy. That's the empathy I got for you and yours. Well, I would appreciate the reciprocation if you don't mind. That's what I would. I
feel bad, but I feel.
You just said a few minutes ago, I got soul. You just said that.
I didn't say you got soul. You great grandpappy.
You just said that, man. How you talking about my people like that, dog?
Went on a red light special. Or is it green light special? I don't know, blue light special. Kmart, remember that?
I tried to show empathy, bro. Never again. Okay, I'm gonna just let people say what they want. I come to your defense, and you don't even care. Let's go.
Green light, blue light special.
You know what?
you better bring your professor in.
Let me bring the professor in, and he's gonna give you a 411 on what he's doing, man. Because I just was on his show this past Saturday night, and I had a blast.
I'll let him come in, and I'll scoot on out of here and have him. Hey,
no. You stay for a few.
Hey, there we go.
You stay for a few.
I do. Hey,
There
Sonny,
he
nice
is,
to
ladies
see
and
you, man.
gentlemen, Professor Avi Klein, who's been having camera problems for the last few weeks. But tonight, he is here, live and in living color. Avi, got a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Professor went out and got a Japanese camera, so it's working now?
Yes, it's working now.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It solved everything.
That Korean,
Steve, he
looked on the back of the deal and he seen made in Korea, so he had to get a new one.
Yeah.
You know, Stevie, you were bringing up Mount Fuji, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the listeners do. Maybe you do, Stevie, of course. Of course, it's one of Japanese most iconic mountains, and it's revered, and it's sacred. But do you know it's not the only mountain that's worshipped in Japan?
What other mountain? Hold on.
Mountains, trees, rocks, rivers. It stems from Shintoism.
Mount Suvius.
Every mountain in Japan is worshipped because the original Japanese faith worshipped elements. Shintoism. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray don't know nothing about Shinto.
Okay, I don't know nothing about Shinto. But
you got to hear this, though. This is really interesting.
Shinto.
Maybe Sonny could help me on this because I remember learning this years ago from a friend of mine. But fortune telling, you always think that it works through some lucky drawing. But for 100 yen, if you shake a box in Japan and pick out a stick with a number on it, and you find the fortune paper and it corresponds with the same number,
right? It's
written in Japan, but when translated, it can predict half luck. Better than bad luck, half luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not 100 yen anymore. It's 1,000 yen now.
1,000.
I mean, let me ask you this as it pertains to, since you came out and we was talking about some
Japanese culture is amazing.
Yeah, the Japanese. What?
It's fascinating.
You heard it. He was right. Stevie Ray. What do you know about?
I mean, Stevie. Let's be honest. In about 6 months, in 80 years. 80 years it'll be since World War II finished, right? So think about it. Yeah. People bring up all the controversial examples of why the bomb should have gotten dropped. How about let's start simple first? Let's simplify, right? KISS, keep it simple, for the people. I'm not going to say the last word for them. God Almighty, let's keep it simple. It was illegal. How about that? It was illegal for us to drop the bomb. Nobody brings that up.
Who's going to oppose? Who's going to oppose the Allies?
The League of Nations.
And who ran that?
But
it was only a few countries then.
But they warned us. Any attack on legitimate military objectives has to be carried out in such a way where the civilian populations in the neighborhood are not bombed, and we bombed those civilians.
Right.
That's the thing. They bombed the civilians, and so many people.
And like Leon just said, they were already trying to surrender.
Yeah.
By going through the channels with Russia.
Yes.
And you remember Russia had just declared war against Japan. So how are they going to beat the Allies and Russia all at the same time?
Because it was racially motivated.
I think so.
And Russia was ticked off because the Japanese were one of the only few countries that won a war against Russia.
Yes. But not that depleted Japan. Not that depleted Japan. I mean, come on, Russia couldn't even beat Sweden.
They have
back in the early 1900s. Right, they always got their ass kicked, man.
They're having a problem right now.
Huh?
Russia's having a problem right now with Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
They thought that was going to be over in like 30 days.
That should have been like that. That should have been like the first Iraq war.
That should have been like the Cuban Missile Crisis. Think about it. Like Kennedy and Khrushchev. I remember telling you this on the phone. Most people don't know they were back channeling back then,
right?
And their governments didn't even know about that. They both, even McNamara, that god awful dog. Sorry, he passed. Fog of War. Watch his documentary, Deathbed Admission about Vietnam gone wrong. Thanks to him under his clock. But they both agreed to end the Cold War by 1965. And then what happens? Shit hits the fan. Pope John dies of cancer. They're outing this thing together through him. He's the middleman, right? And then Khrushchev is out due to a coup d'etat, and instead we get 20 more years of the Cold War.
Yeah. And in all actuality, we still getting a little piece of it, a little nugget of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still getting a nugget of it.
Still some residual effects, of course.
Remember when Barack Obama went over to look at the baseball game and all the criticism he got? You remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my God. And what doesn't unite people more than baseball, bro?
It's baseball.
Baseball. That was crazy.
Tiny.
There's something else that unites them more.
What was
good
that?
old-fashioned race war.
Well, that
A good old-fashioned race war. If you give an American a green light to go at somebody else because of their background or ethnicity, they'll do it. Just give them an excuse.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that over the last not just 8 years.
And that's what
You-
and that obviously that kind of boils into what I was talking about earlier in the show. That kind of boils into that. And it's like, brother, stop believing the hype. We as a people need to stop believing the hype, man. Because as a government, the government is for the people, by the people. But people forget that the people are really the ones in charge in a democracy that's actually, well, I take that back. In a republic that actually disguises itself as a democratic society.
In order for that to happen, everybody got to get out there and vote. You know.
Yeah.
Got to get your voice heard.
You know what you need to do? Turn your phone off.
Yeah.
And go to the library. That's what I would tell everybody. Turn your phone off and go to the library. I told a police officer that one day.
You're right.
I said, hey, man, there's a library right down the street. You can go and learn basic civil laws. Than that crap that you learn in cop school.
Right.
Do you know they don't teach them anything in cop school but how to be a cop? Nothing about the law.
No.
Did you know that, Sonny?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's institutionalized, though. That's institutionalized.
How many months do they go to school, Avi? 5.5?
So 6 months, yeah, about half a year.
How long it take to go get your license to be a hairdresser?
Good point.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
2 years. It take me longer to learn how to do Avi's coif.
No wonder they're out there shooting people.
I'm quaffing away on a Tuesday night. Quaffing away. I got to tell you, though, no, you got, no, let me just say this. I remember Tokyo Heat when it started. I love the show. I love what you guys bring to the table. It's a ton of fun. And I do remember breaking bread with Sonny because Sonny's a real dude. And, he's an authentic guy. Stevie, as you know, like in my industry, you don't find that too often. I've been writing for the studio system for 20 years, and you don't find people who are just authentic and kind of bring it. And when we kind of broke bread, it was cool to be able to see that. I think Sonny would do great in the celebrity tournament, Stevie.
Well, see, that's what I want you to talk with Sonny about right now while he's on the phone. I mean, on the show. I want you to talking about your show, and I was going to ask you, did you think Sonny would be a good candidate for the show?
He checks off the boxes.
Why don't you explain it to him, what you're doing?
Sure.
Excuse me, how you're doing it, and let the fans know all at the same time.
100%.
Can you guys see me, hear me, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know why the thing keep going off, Sonny. I told you to get your hands off of it.
Because I'm talking to you on
Get your hands off of it. Every time you touch it, the thing go off.
Well, you got to lead in with the woe factor. So I'll start in with the woe factor because it's always good to get to the woe factor. It's not superficial, but a part of this tournament, we have John Goodman, Willem Dafoe, Antonio Banderas, and, of course, Rowan Atkinson, who played Mr. Bean. I've written for 3 out of 4 of them. So writing for them professionally, much like Sonny, allows me to communicate with them directly. I don't have to go through the gatekeepers like the agents, publicists, or any of that. Working for the studio system allowed me to do that. During COVID, my literary agent called me up and he said, look, you've got some good stories. Richard Donner was my mentor. He got me into the studio system. He directed Superman, Goonies, Lethal Weapon. I taught history for years. Whatever. Point is, I left that because they wouldn't let me teach. They handcuffed me. I remember once presenting to my assistant principal a whole syllabus about the Buffalo Soldiers, and she said, you can't teach that. And that's when I realized, well, wait a minute. You ain't paying me enough to agree with you. You're not paying me enough to agree with you right now. So I left that, went into screenwriting, been doing it for 20 years. And then again, during COVID, everything's working remotely. So my agent goes, why don't you do something? And I'm like, well, I don't want to just do a podcast. Even the word podcast, it sounds like an alien casting call, the word podcast. I don't want to, it sounds so cold. Who cares? Let me do something that matters and resonates. So for 2 years, I was very patient to first put it together. I had to see it first before I implemented it. And now what we're running is a show that thankfully it's got 2 million viewers across the board. Stevie was on it. We have 131 Hall of Famers from the world of sports, music, wrestling, not to mention Oscar, Grammy, Tony, Emmy, Golden Globe, AMA, WGA, and Olympians all competing in this tournament. It's a sport of the mind. So what it is I come up with very deep, thought-provoking questions. There's moments of levity, a lot of that, pomp and circumstance. But what I do is I come up with questions that are thought-provoking that the person behind the persona, like a Sonny Ono or Stevie Ray, as the viewers know, they've never seen that side of them. So it's a competition. If you and I and Stevie were competing on screen, we already would have researched the topics that I gave you 2 weeks in advance. And when we show up live, the audience is there. They're listening to us delve deeply into the topic, and then they vote on who resonated most with them. And the top 2 vote getters move on to the next round. By the time it's all said and done, one person after 6 rounds will win $15,000, a 5-day trip to Greece, and of course, be the first winner of this tournament. Sonny, if you'd like, and to our audience, I could show a little bit, because a picture's worth 1,000 words. I think a video is worth 1,000,000. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but here's a bit of our old intro video. I could cue this up now, and it's backstage, and we can play it.
Yeah, cue it up.
There we go. If you see that, Stevie?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Whenever you want to pull it up, feel free, my friend.
I come to the Bronx as an old Bronx boy.
I'm going to make it bigger.
Oh, it'd be fantastic to win this thing. First thing I would do is set up story performances over in Greece, and I'd like to do it in one of the ancient theaters.
Why would I not want to be able to go from Marathon to Athens and trace the original steps?
Going to Greece with my wife and my family and having a great time. Let's witness.
They say conspiracy, sure. People say the same thing. People take individual award. Oh, yeah, I'd love to be able to say I beat all these guys.
I'm trying to go to Greece. I'm here to win the whole thing.
I come here to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
It really is about winning.
I'm here to do my best. Everybody has some pride.
Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. I plan on winning tonight.
You're doing mental push-ups.
Winning is really important. What's even greater is inspiring. That's what you do with the show.
You're in it to win it, or why be in it at all?
I'm about winning.
I think I'd be more interested in the prize.
It's about the prize.
I am here to go for the gusto.
Why are you keeping score if you don't want to win?
102 Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to win it. We all want to win.
I'm here to win.
Of course, I'd love to win.
I'm always in it to win it, Alfie.
I'm definitely in it to win it.
I've already won. I hate losing. I want to go to Greece.
It's about the pride. You don't want to come in second. You want to be first.
Well, of course I am. I don't do nothing to lose. Yes, I do. Of course I do. I want to go to Greece.
I have a newborn daughter. I'm here to win it for her.
Wouldn't be on here if I wasn't going to win something. Yes, I'm going to win it all.
I'm winning it all, baby.
Going for it.
Party people!
That's right. I'm here. Nothing better than the top. Well, I'm going to give it 110%.
We don't go out with no losing mentality. I'm here to win. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here to win the whole thing, man. I don't get in the ring for losing, man. I'm like in the ring right now. Do the best I can for the forward.
But I am here to win.
I'm here to win it. Yeah, I participated. I definitely want to be the one to win it. And have to want to win this thing.
Devontae always gets us mad. I'm going to win.
I don't play. I just win.
Why not? I've been to Greece once. I'd love to see it again.
Of course.
So, yeah. All right. I want to win this.
Just say this, Abby. Winner, chicken dinner.
And I want to take away that chicken dinner. So yes, I want
That was original.
Listen, I got the whole pride of my family riding on tonight's event.
The most dangerous place on this show is between me and that prize. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm a winner. I was born a winner. I didn't come here to lose.
You had me at Greece, baby. I told you I've never been.
Everyone's here to win.
If you want to win this entire thing, Mr. Douglas?
Most definitely.
I love it, guys.
I'm a bad man.
Yes, you are.
I can fight. But I'm here to win this entire TKN celebrity game.
I don't play unless I'm going to win.
Winning is not enough. I got to be a legend because I won.
Yes, it would be lovely.
So yeah, I'm here to win it, damn it. I'm here to win it.
I didn't come here to lose.
I mean, why not, man? I mean,
My wife loves Greece. Hey, I'm not here for a participation trophy.
Definitely here to win it all, man.
I don't know anything but winning, so let's go.
If you ask me if I want to win, I always want to win.
Anytime I can get a free trip to Greece and $13,000, I'm in it.
If I win, I would be over the moon.
Eric, are you here as well to win this entire shebang, the whole thing, Pride of the Prize?
I have one line for you, buddy. I want to win it all.
Definitely, I want to win. I want bragging rights. I want everything, you know. I'm feeling great about this evening, and you know I want to get to Greece.
Yeah, I'm running work tonight. I do want to get to Greece also, so I definitely want to get to Greece.
You know, winning isn't everything. It is the only thing.
And then after that,
I think she played Kathy Shumway, maybe?
Yeah, she was Kathy Shumway. Very, very good. That's very impressive.
I mean, that was fantastic. You are great. The only other person that has that kind of spontaneity and the gift of gab was the late, great Chick Hearn. We thought Golden Throat was gone, but he's reincarnated in you.
You're sheer 9 or 10. You're probably 9.5.
No.
And 10 is no one's perfect. But honest to God, you're terrific. You do your homework. And
I appreciate
I've done
that.
everybody. You know, I've done everything. I've done in the 80s, I did Johnny Carson. I did Merv Griffin. I did it all. And you're very energetic and good. You ask the right questions.
Now, if I hear any giggling.
Another trio of questions, now more underrated. We have Billy D. Williams, Italian men named Skippy, or Unicycle.
Abolish the political parties.
I'll tell you this, Al, you definitely do your homework. Hey, like I said, the good thing about you're extremely prepared.
Oh, again with the rape of the culture.
Oh, where'd you get that book from?
Yeah, there we go.
That's easy. I tell you what, you did your homework.
John Amos.
Man, what an introduction. I hope I can live up to that. And God bless you.
I'm prepared to take on this challenge of this wonderful monologue that you did, and I couldn't think of anything I'd rather do after I read it again for maybe the third or fourth time.
Just been waiting on one of those introductions, and I was sitting there watching the opening of the show, seeing all these guys talk about, oh man, thank you, that was the greatest introduction we've ever had. And I'm sitting here, I'm saying to myself, please, I'm waiting on him to introduce me.
Thank you for that great introduction.
So there's more, but that's it's a really fun tournament. It's a really fun tournament. And
that's
Sonny,
what I'm talking about, Sonny.
We got some players, again, John Goodman, Will Defoe, Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, we've got a lot of luminaries, most that I've known or my agent knows. So there's that personal connection, which means they're in a safe place. They feel that way. And then they get to meet guys like you and they connect with you. You guys, I don't have to tell you guys already know a lot of luminaries. So it's not about that, but it's about exchanging experiences, getting to know things. And really, as Stevie knows, getting to the heart of the matter when it comes to topics that do matter.
Right.
And I'd like to extend my invitation to Mr. Sonny Ono to be part of the tournament.
Absolutely, I would love to do it. Yeah.
Well, Sonny, I'm the one that came to Auburn and said I think Sonny would, fare his. Be good. He'd be good for the show. That's what I told him. I say, let me talk with Sonny, and I'm talking to a couple other people, and we're gonna make this thing happen, man. We're gonna represent WCW.
Oh, I love that. I like that.
And you know what? We have Steve and I do this thing. We say let's call it Tokyo Heat. And we do this, and all we really do is we have no format. We don't, we don't. We just talk about and in the studio golf.
We basically do what we did 25, 30 years ago. We basically do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is bring up something, make it interesting and funny.
I love that.
Long as it's interesting, and take something that's funny and make it interesting, or take something that's interesting and make it funny.
Yeah, here you go. I want to show you guys something here real quick too. This was 2 hours ago when Stevie called me. We had quite the panel here. If you want to cue this up, Stevie, whenever you're ready, because I know what you mean. Got to take something and throw a little levity in there. Very important. As soon as you want to bring it up, my friend, feel free.
Hold on, let me see. I don't see it yet.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. I had the crop. I think I got it now.
This was 2 hours ago because it's about respect. Old school, old-fashioned respect. We could do this and have fun at the same time. But guess what, guys and gals? One is going to win this tournament and get to meet more people in the further rounds. That's an incentive as well. Social situation question for Todd, Bryce, and Gerald. I have to ask this question. You're in a restaurant. You made a reservation. We've all done it. Is it okay to ask a lingering table to hurry up? To get on with it a little bit? You know, they're kind of done and they're schmoozing, I know, but it's a long schmooze fest, and you kind of want to sit down because you have a reservation. What do we do at this point?
I don't think I'm going to say anything.
I ordered another double. Is what I did.
Yeah. I'm not going to say much.
Yeah, I'm such an introvert. I'm just gonna go to the bar and get another drink, and we'll just wait it out.
Yeah,
I don't know. It depends.
Because we've all been in that situation. We've all taken longer than we should, right?
Oh yeah.
What if you're on an airplane? Okay, how about this one? Is it inappropriate to recline your seat on an airplane? You know, and remember, you don't go into a person. You shouldn't go into their lap. Should you get one notch and only one notch on the airplane? Because that's it. Nobody wants to see your head. I think the buttons are wrong, right? If you get rid of the buttons, there should be some sort of golden rule. Don't you feel like we should have sort of like in a football team, there's sort of like we're all going to huddle together before we actually depart and lift off, and we tell our fellow flight goers, hey, look, I know you want to get comfortable. You want to lean back. I'm going to do the same. But one notch is all you get. One notch, because I don't want to feel your bald head right here on my forehead. I don't want your knees to crash with my chair. Some etiquette, some airplane etiquette maybe, you know?
Well, the only thing that bugs me the most about an airplane is when people put their knees in your back, and you're sitting there going.
So the point is, we have fun too. You know, I don't want everyone to think that, you know, oh, Professor, and we get stuffy. Stevie, you saw it on Saturday. We have a lot of laughs, so it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, it's going to be just a ton of fun. A great experience that I think, again, not only Sonny will cherish, but I see Sonny as a contender, Stevie. I really do.
Like fun.
Okay.
I do. I see Stevie as my favorite to win this thing, because if you guys don't know Stevie and Sonny does, God almighty, Sonny, you can attest this. There is no topic that not only is Stevie not afraid of, but there's no topic that Stevie can't educate and entertain people on.
Yeah, he's one. I mean, this is shoot. When I tell you this, Stevie's most well-read person I know.
I appreciate that, Sonny.
Well, you have a lot of faults, but
well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that too. Thanks for telling me.
Sonny, he's taught me so much. You know, he's the professor of this, but I've learned so much by having a conversation with Stevie. I'd say much more than my 6 years of schooling I've learned from this man. That's the truth.
Wow.
That's live.
That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot, Steve.
Oh yeah, ton.
Yeah. Avi helped me with a deal we put together out in Vegas. Did we have Sonny on that? Sonny, you was on that panel, right? Yeah.
Eric, Sonny, Mark Madden,
and Cat,
and the Cat,
and Ray Lloyd.
Yeah, that's right, Ray Lloyd. And Mark, everybody did their job except for Mark Madden.
Yes.
Is Mark Madden on the show?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
I got to ask a question to Sonny and Stevie. Sonny, if there were a topic that'd be ideal for you, and it could be anything really, but what topic would you ever want to delve into that normally you don't get a chance to expand upon?
Well, I would say the difference between cultures. You know what I mean? That would be, you know, of course, I'm Japanese, and my expertise is how the American businessmen deal with Japanese business.
Sure.
You know, one of the, I mean, Steve and I talked about this all the time, is that Japanese hate confrontation. So, believe it or not,
I don't remember talking about no Japanese hating no confrontation.
Oh, they don't like confrontation.
Don't be putting me in that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm concerned going by you. I think they love it.
So what happened is they don't give you a straight answer. You know, they say, "Hey, do you want to use Stevie Ray on your show?" They're not going to say no, we don't want him. They won't say. They go, "Oh, yes, Stevie Harlem Heat. Yes, very interesting. That might be very good. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that. We'll think about that.
I like that.
But they'll never say no. He's you know, he's the shit.
Avi.
Yeah, we could learn a lot, Stevie. Yeah.
Avi, the first time my brother and I went to Japan, you heard Sonny. You heard me and Sonny talking about the Black Bombers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We did a tour over there, not making any money, on the little Japanese bus that looked like something from Scooby-Doo. the love machine, whatever Scooby Doo's gimmick. You remember the gimmick, Scooby? You know, him and Shaggy had the bus. That's what I was on a daily basis, Avi. Avi, you laughing, brother? I had to live through this, man. So I don't really appreciate you laughing at my.
No. I'm laughing
really
at the Scooby Doo reference. That's all.
No, you're not, man. You're laughing at me being on that bus, man.
I don't know how Stevie Ray fit in that bus.
It was a cheap tour. Kendo Nagasaki and his boys put it together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mr. Waiter, Sonny knows Mr. Waiter. Mr. Waiter getting paid all the money.
Sure.
You know, and I don't know what everybody else is getting paid, but we wouldn't get paid nothing. But you know, hey, this is the things you have to go through to be a professional wrestler. As a lot of people don't know, Avi also got in professional wrestling for a brief time. So
I was horrible.
When I talk to him, I don't talk to him like a mark. I talk to him like a person that actually knows the ins and outs of professional wrestling. Okay. Yeah. Like Real Cool just said, small
and you
pancakes.
You guys knew I was trained by Ted Petty. He was a great guy, Rocco Rock. Who, no
good,
longer
very,
with us.
very good friend of mine. Very good friend of mine. That Real Cool just said small pancakes and salad. But anyway,
so this was a bad experience for you in Japan, essentially.
Yeah, very bad. You know, but this is how they are. This is how they are. He don't want to bring this up. He want to talk about what they talk about in business. That's what
don't generalize all Japanese. Now you had a good experience.
No, I'm not. I'm just simply telling. Me and I've never told you about this before. We've had many.
But you had a good experience as well in Japan when you went to New Japan. As a matter of fact, I just saw you in the Japanese magazine at the Harlem Heat when we went there, and I think it was in '96.
Something like that. Well, okay, but anyway, Avi, before I get to the Japanese culture, if you will, okay? Sure. They bring a couple of brothers over from Texas. You know what I'm saying? We're greenhorns. We only been in the business like 3 years, something like that, 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
Put us in the Scooby-Doo bus, man. Take us all over the place.
Right.
You know, then try to get stupid with us toward the end of the tour. You hear me, Avi? Avi, I'm an easy guy to get along with.
When it comes to,
you know, wasn't making no money, Avi. I was getting more per diem than I was getting paid at the end of the tour.
Why did I always hear that the guy Gene? Because I never wrestled in Japan, I don't pretend to know, but I would always hear from some of the boys in the locker room when I was doing stuff for Carluzzo years ago that like they got crisp $100 bills, envelopes, always organized bonuses a lot of times ahead of time. So that was kind of like the promised land for the guys Gene wrestlers.
Well, to a certain degree, you have to be worthy. You dig?
Okay.
It was our first time going over. We working for Kendo Nagasaki. You remember Kendo Nagasaki, the Black Ninja?
Yes.
Okay. He living in Dallas. Sends me and my brother over. We get over there. They can't. Me and my brother are Ebony Experience. Okay.
Right.
Booker T and Stevie Ray. Very proud to show these Japanese people what we can do. But what do? They tell us it's no such word as Ebony Experience.
Oh.
You hear me? It ain't no word.
It might have been translated differently, though.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting to that.
Right.
I'm getting to your speculations. Okay, I'm going to take care of your speculations for you. Okay,
it's all speculatory.
Okay. Okay. We go. Whatever. They already made the magazines.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, look, where my stuff at?
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Right there. Yeah.
Black Bomber. Black.
Oh, gotcha.
Not the Ebony Bombers. Not the Ebony Bombers. Black. Okay. I can dig it. They not really made this before I even got there.
So they're associating you unconditionally with Harry Truman.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with this, dog. But anyway, be that as it may. Be that as it may.
Yeah.
Then they try to get stupid. My boy Manny Fernandez. Everybody remember Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull?
Good guy. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Manny was giving us the 411. He was kind of like the guy that everybody looked up to on the tour.
Sure.
Me, Alex Parto, Big Vito.
Right.
Big Vito was there?
Big Vito was there, my brother and I. Okay. At the end of the tour, now I don't know what Japanese people got against heat. I don't know what they got against heat. They got something against heat. Every building we go into is cold as hell. And I'm like, why don't they turn the heat on? And the building didn't even have heat.
No, they don't have it.
Okay, I'm finding that out when I get to the building. I'm cold, brother.
Oh, they were pulling the Red Auerbach scheme in the Boston Garden.
Yeah, but that was heat to make the other team
sweat.
Yes, totally opposite.
Right.
This is the reverse. Yeah.
Right.
So most Japanese house back in those days when he was there don't even have a heater. There's no furnace.
Why?
You know, because it's not that cold. It doesn't get that cold that often, I should say. You know.
Okay.
So
what time of year were you there, Stevie?
Dog, I can't even remember, bro.
Okay.
But it was cold. Right. I can't remember.
Was it like 88, 89, something like that? Right?
No, this was like 92.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. But
like 92.
They would have most Japanese house back in the day, they would have what they call kotatsu, which is a table. Table with a heater underneath, and they put like a futon on it, and they put table on top of futon, and everybody kind of huddles underneath. You see that in all Japanese movies and all that.
Oh, okay.
So,
be there to me. This is my first time now talking about culture. I don't know. I thought the people had something against heat. Be there to me.
Were the other wrestlers, just from what you remember, were they also complaining about the weather?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
yes. Whatever I'm complaining about, they complain about. We complain as a group. You know, this is inhumane. This is inhumane. You know, this is where I come from. You know, now I know how prisoners feel when they get treated a certain way, like they're not really a part of the human culture anymore because they're in jail. That's not right. But be there to me. Okay. Then Avi.
Yeah.
I haven't told you about this, bro.
No.
They want to get smart, man. Sneaky. They want to get sneaky. Want to get slick.
Japanese word sneaky.
You know, this is why I say to this day, don't turn your back on them. So they tried to Pearl Harbor.
Right.
So you see how this bomber thing kind of adds up? You see, if you put it together, they try to Pearl Harbor me and my brother while we wasn't looking or wasn't expecting it.
Oh, so it was like an inside job.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Japanese burglar
my brother tell you the same story. Matter of fact,
burglar was in their office where they have a heater, and they were laughing their head off.
That's what I was going to say. Do you think they were?
But okay.
Privately in the sanctuary of their offices, were they kind of like laughing it up? Okay.
Yeah, they wasn't laughing when it was over.
What happened?
Like Apollo told Rocky, "You'll know when it's over." Remember that?
Yes.
So after one guy gets a concussion,
yeah.
Oh.
And after the other guy, I break his collarbone.
Ooh.
Literally. I don't like getting that angry in the ring. That's the most angriest I've ever been in the ring.
Right.
Really?
That's the most angriest I've ever been. The most angriest I ever been in the ring was with a Japanese man.
Wow. Sending a message to management.
Yes. My message to management is: do not bring young black man.
That's like the Roadhouse deal when Patrick Swayze breaks people's bones and that boss is overlooking. Always angry that each goon can't get the job done. Remember that?
Okay.
The domino effect.
Right. And this what they do. The tour was successful. They want us back over there. Guess what they do, Avi?
What's that?
They won't bring me and my brother back at the same time.
One at a time.
Wow.
They brought my brother back
separately.
He comes home, and then they won't bring me over
at all.
I say they bring me over.
Oh, they bring
after
you over.
him.
Okay, gotcha.
What's that about?
Well,
we're a tag team.
How do they market you though? Like if you were
just a single bomber.
Oh, the single bomber, the Unabomber. Those were the times. I mean,
yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about, brother. I don't forget Avi. I don't forget about these things, man. They stay within me.
Yeah.
They dwell within me.
Right.
Listen, that's why Stevie has agreed to go back to Japan.
Sure.
To write those experiences with me.
That's
as
great.
A guide. and we're gonna stay at the Godzilla Hotel.
Oh, right.
That's
That ripped me off.
And Shinjuku at the red light district at the Kabukicho. That's So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Stevie Ray.
I'm gonna be like Rocky Blyer when he went back to Vietnam.
I'm gonna hook him up with the Japanese bathhouse.
So it's kind of like Stevie. He brought up Apollo. Apollo comes back in Rocky 3 as a baby face. So now you go back to Japan as a face now.
Yeah.
Like forgiving the management,
the
people.
Yeah. The people. Yeah.
Turning the other cheek.
Right.
That's big.
Like I said, I'm gonna be like Rocky Blyer,
right?
Who served in Vietnam.
Yes.
And I don't know, 30-something, 40 years later, he went back to the village of which he fought, where he fought.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
He almost had a heart attack. They had to call an ambulance for him.
Very true. Very true.
Did you know that? You know that, Sonny?
That's true.
No, I did not.
Rocky Blyer.
We do have to find the Tokyo Inn that you stayed at.
In my head,
this is great because Stevie, like from what I gathered, just based on what Sonny was bringing up to the conversation earlier when I was backstage, it seemed like there was a time where no matter how Sonny would have pitched this, it would not have been imminent. You wouldn't have went for this, and now you're gave him the green light. You're down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, so what did it though, Stevie? Like what really clinched it for you this time?
Well, I've thought out somewhat over the years.
Yeah.
I don't hold the grudges like I used to, man. You know what I'm saying? So I've kind of let bygones be bygones. Okay. I've been trying to right. I've been trying to right wrongs over my,
life experience,
history with different people.
That's big.
So Sonny is on the list.
Well, can I ask Sonny a question? Sonny, if you draw someone in the celebrity tournament, I don't even know because who knows what. But if you draw someone in the celebrity tournament that you're not fond of, do you still see that as an opportunity to best them in a nice verbal exchange and move on to the next round, or do you prefer just being on with, people that you're friendly with?
No, it really doesn't matter. I mean,
let me ask you this, Sonny, before you continue. Let me ask you this, Avi.
Yeah.
Going back to your show. Now, I seen that you had Bischoff on.
Yes. He's
I
in round
seen that
2,
you had Jim Duggan.
He's in round 2, yeah.
I seen where you had Briscoe.
Yep, round 2.
I seen where you had a few other professional wrestlers.
Yes, sir. Jake Roberts.
Yes.
Rob Van Dam.
Now, as a person that's very, very familiar with professional wrestlers, how does the professional wrestlers actually perform as a group?
It's a very good question. I think under this umbrella, they do well because what I want to do is remind the audience and the film and TV stars, the Oscar winners, I want to remind them that pro wrestlers, and this is going to sound like I'm on a soapbox, but I'm not, are the most well-traveled, many very well-read, have a lot to say, are not afraid of the microphone. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And because they're conditioned to speaking to a live audience, if they do the research, and that's an if they do the research, once they're on live and the red light is on, man, they take to this like fish in water.
Okay.
Very well. And also they strike a chord with the audience, and I could see some fear in the eyes of the luminaries. Okay. And I'll tell you who admitted this. Bruce Davison, Oscar winner, Golden Globe winner. He was on with Jesse Ventura in round number 1. And I know that's an extreme example because Jesse's more than just a pro wrestler.
Jesse, he without a doubt.
One of the favorites.
Well-read and opinionated. And,
but we had Bill Walton in this before he passed, and Bill Walton said, "Don't give me a wrestler." And Bill Walton likes to talk. I've known Bill for about maybe 6 years. He likes to talk. And he didn't want to draw a pro wrestler. So I always remembered that. That's kind of like a great way of answering that the other celebrities who watch from afar respect the wrestlers, and they take them very seriously. And I love that. I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And Sonny, I'm going to let you in on something else.
Yes, sir.
Because we got to get ready to get out of here, man. And we had a great show. And Avi, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
And enlightening the fans and getting to meet Sonny again.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I was I actually, had limitations about your doing, but it seemed to work out. But be that as it may.
I feel like you and Sonny make anyone smarter when they're on screen with you. So yeah, it was an honor.
Well, Sonny and I, we've been in situations together.
Oh my goodness!
Like, well, I don't want to get into it right now. We'll talk about it another time.
A little Patreon action going.
Yeah, not.
Oh, I got some story that that I can't.
Got to pay to play. Pay to play.
But I'm just saying, we've carried this mentality.
Yeah.
That we had, have for each other for, well, hell, we never stopped. It ain't. It's like the guy. It's like the guy that you just hit it off with. I think me and Sonny hit it off first time we ever met.
Okay.
I think we hit it off first time we ever met. I didn't even know who he is. I'm like, who is this dude, man? All 3'8" of him. Who is he?
I could tell because again, when we were in Vegas together, you could tell that the two of you had a lot of respect for each other, but also chemistry.
And then this is back in the days when Sonny kids were like little. I think he only had 2 kids at this time, maybe 1. What did you have at this time? This is like 95, 96. How many kids you have at that time? You had a baby. Because I remember you bring your baby.
I lost your audio.
Oh, can you hear me, Sonny? Sonny, can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. There we go. Testing 1.
I think he muted himself.
Yeah,
it's not on my end.
Unmuted. If he refreshes, he'll be able to hear it. Sonny, if you could refresh, I don't know if you could hear me, my friend. If you reload the page, it should be good.
No, because what about that, Sonny? No. What about that? No.
Yeah, for some reason,
No.
I lost your audio.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Bobby, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
I think it's something with him because if it was on my end, I hear you fine. If it was on my end, it would show it. You know how StreamYard is.
And I wouldn't hear you either if it was on your end.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear me either.
Right.
So it's something on his
Sonny
end, but I don't know what.
Maybe I'll type in private chat. If you can refresh, that could probably solve it. If you can refresh your page.
I know Sonny's on it. He's on his
Somehow
phone.
I lost your audio. I hope you guys can still hear me.
Yeah, we could hear you and see you. That should work.
Okay.
I don't know if he sees that there in private chat there, but yeah. I got to tell you this, Stevie, right?
Hey, guys. Hold on one second. Abby. Hey, guys. Send Sonny a message and tell him the mute is on his end. Anybody that's listening to me out there, what Abby just did. But if the other guys do it, he at least might see one of them, Abby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got a great audience, too. Daniel Cooper, Real Cole G, Leon, Nate Clinton. You guys are awesome, man. Listen, I don't have to tell you guys what you already know about Stevie, but I'm telling you from personal experience, breaking bread, hanging out with him for 4 or 5 days, and, of course, a 7-year friendship. Like, what you're getting here on camera, guys, that's the real deal. That's the Stevie Ray you get off camera. He likes to make people feel good. And, man, oh, man, I'm glad you guys are digging this, man. It's fun to be back here.
Okay, you hear me now, Sonny?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Hey, man, will you please stop messing with your camera and stuff, bro? We're trying to do some stuff over here, and you over there always messing stuff up and then put it on us. Then put it on me.
Yeah,
hey, I can't hear you. You can't hear me because of you.
Well, listen, I don't have my computer today, so I'm actually talking to you through my phone.
This is this Saturday night, guys. We haven't taken a break in 2 years. This is our second round matchup this Saturday, Stevie. It's a flyer back there if you want to pull it up.
Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, it's a 4-way matchup. 3 advanced. Look at this lineup. Where are you going to see them in one place, one time? NBA great Joe Smith, College Football Hall of Famer Clinton Portis, W Hall of Famer Larry Zbyszko, and Brian Blair. All going to be competing in round number 2. 3 out of 4 advanced. 1 will be eliminated from the tournament this Saturday night.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It'll be a fun match.
Great, brother. Send me that, Avi, and I'll post it on my links and everything too. Clinton Portis. I'm just going to give my predictions.
Yes. Which 3 will advance?
Clinton Portis won't last. Okay. He won't last. Okay. I mean.
So you think Joe Smith, Zbyszko, and Blair are going to advance?
Yes.
Okay.
Avi, where are you based out of?
New Jersey and Santa Monica.
Oh, okay.
Sonny, if you look at the flyer, and again, I know that you haven't seen the topics yet, but just based on a quick prediction off the cuff, which three do you think will move on to round 3?
Well, I know the wrestlers moving on. Larry is, very knowledgeable, very,
Sure.
He's a former black belt as well.
Right.
And of course, I know Brian.
They gave him the belt.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, go ahead, bro.
What are you talking? You're talking
Go ahead, man.
What belt do you have, Stevie?
Go ahead, bro.
Aside from the one, that brown one you hang.
Go ahead, man. I just want you to talk to Avi. Leave me alone, man. Leave me out of this.
But you made a comment, like
I'm just.
Here's a subject that you should really consider, Avi.
Yes.
So Stevie Ray and Ernest Miller had the thing that they were, Stevie had challenged Ernest to do a karate match. So we said, well, let's do a karate match, martial art point match,
right?
A different degree of competition.
Ooh, that's a great one.
Yeah, and then second round.
Don't help him.
The second round, it will be, you actually do an MMA match,
right?
So and third round, everything goes, So
I like that.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. We had an earlier topic. Maybe I'll throw it at you guys. The topic I threw Todd, Gerald Briscoe, and Bryce Wilson, current MLB star, was: should an NFL team be required to sit out a player or place them on the IR if they're dealing with mental health issues, or is it too much of a gray area due to the lack of anonymity? Could it hurt the player's profile if they do that? And
are you asking us that?
Yeah, I mean, I know that's something that might interest you, Stevie, because I know, again, you're a football aficionado. There's no doubt about that. But if you tackle a topic like that, Stevie, would you be able to take emotion out of it?
This is what I say to a question like that. I think the NFL, just like more sports franchises, should be aware and take into consideration anything that's got something to do with a person's mental health.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, the way professional sports is promoted, I think it should be done in-house.
Okay.
Where the general public cannot be privy to having all these different conversations about something that they're not exposed to make it into something else.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
If that, it's like this. If this is something going on in my family, I'm putting it in this light. If this is something that's going on in my family or one of my children, I don't need the whole world to know that I'm one of my daughters or one of my sons is dealing with this, and we will handle this from within.
Sure. Unfortunately, it's headed in the opposite direction. That's why I asked the question. Anonymity is going to be compromised across the board.
Right.
Eric Dickerson and I talked about this. He's a Houston guy, and he was upset about this. He was really upset. He goes, like what you just said, that ruins people's family and domestic lives because now their reputation is on the line, and you have a 5 or 6 year old kid that you got to factor in that's going to get mocked for that.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, we're out there. Stevie's out there on the public, and like all of us, we're out there. We know what the price we pay to be out there.
Right.
Good and bad.
Sure.
And bringing your family into it, that's probably most of us. I think most of celebrity certainly think that's off. That's why a lot of those superstars and movie stars and television stars hates it when they film kids and they try to shield them as much as they can.
That's a good point too. And then, Sonny, just to kind of prep you, there's always going to be a thought-provoking topic like this past Saturday when Stevie was the judge. And man, oh man, was he amazing on Saturday night. The question I asked him was, is reality always fathomable by logic? Is reality always fathomable by logic? So, I think a lot of stuff that you and Stevie are not only well-equipped to delve into, but you guys are going to educate and entertain like nobody else. I mean, I'm glad you're doing this because, like I said, I really feel like you can resonate with everybody. So, yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
Well, Sonny's in, man.
Cool.
Sonny's in.
Stevie, what if you draw Sonny in round 2?
Then I will obliterate him.
See, here's the deal, right?
No different from Rick Mahorn and them other job guys that's coming after me.
If he goes there, I have so much dirt on this man.
It's the Jim Dolan, Isaiah Thomas thing.
Let's talk about that Canadian border incident. Let's talk about Walt Disney incident. I mean, I have so much dirt on this man. He doesn't want to draw me.
So Stevie might wave the white flag as a result.
No, he might have to wave the black
He would never.
flag. I don't know.
He would never do that. He would never do it. He has too much integrity.
All of a sudden, the Japanese guys have integrity. after Black Bomber dropped that big one on him. All right.
He's got too much integrity, man. I know
way too much.
But how do they lump you in with that? Like, did they think that they were all fans? Or did they think you had like bed sheets with Harry Truman's likeness on it? Not all of us like Truman. Why they lump us? That's what you're saying, Stevie. Like,
well, you got to realize Truman never went to college.
No, he didn't. And he had an inferiority complex.
Yes. And, he actually didn't even know. Sonny, did you know the guy that was responsible for dropping Fat Man and Little Boy?
Fat Boy, yeah.
On Fat Boy and Fat Man, Little Boy, whatever it was.
Yeah.
On Japan, didn't even know that the bombs were constructed.
It's true.
Wow.
That's very true.
It was everything was need to know basis. The only people that know in that cabinet was the president of the United States of America.
It's true.
He didn't even tell his vice president, who shouldn't have been the vice president anyway.
No.
Because if Stinson had still been there, none of this stuff would have never happened.
None of it.
Avi, am I lying?
No, you are telling the absolute truth.
This is the part of history nobody talks about. Why is that, Avi?
Nobody talks
about it. The professor will tell you right now. Why is that, Avi?
Well, there's many reasons, but think about it. Even if you fast forward to the Korean War, like 10 years later, when Mr. Ike, who people used to like, even Ike would warn everybody else about what it's like to be able to go against an enemy that is fighting not only with pride and has something to prove, but that we're always there for the wrong reasons. And even our commander-in-chiefs are usually naive about that. He found that out at the end of his second term. Now, Tricky Dicky Nixon, his vice president, already knew about that and decided he was going to abide by anything the military said. But if you remember what happened, when in his farewell address, Eisenhower in January of 1961 said, hey, the military-industrial complex is something we should fear. Kennedy had to learn that the hard way. The hard way. He had to Bay of Pigs. Without Bay of Pigs, he wouldn't have learned that. The problem with Kennedy is, and maybe that's why we should celebrate him, is he didn't keep his mouth shut, and that's why he got killed.
But think about it. You was talking about military guys trying to pull the wood over on a military guy.
On a military guy, one of their own.
Not only a military guy, a military hero.
Yes, decorated.
I'm a lieutenant. I'm a lieutenant, Sonny. I'm not some buck private. I'm a lieutenant. I got stripes. When they look at that arm, the little hashes, yeah, I'm a real deal running up around here.
He was a vessel.
Now y'all gonna try to run this game on me?
He was
you
a vessel.
Want me to kill my own kind for the betterment of your wants and not wants? I'm firing everybody.
They didn't want pushback.
Firing everybody.
They didn't want pushback.
That's why I say, Avi asked a question on his show about going back in time and being certain people. I can't remember exactly.
Right. The question was if you could pick your own cabinet based on a list of 20 global heroes that have really helped us in society in some way, shape, or form, who would those cabinet members be and why, and where would you assign them to? So I gave 5 departments: Vice President of the United States, Treasury, Education, and then Stevie Ray brought up, he asked DC Glenn why he picked Albert Einstein. And you went against that, and I know why you went against it. Would you want to explain that, Stevie? Because you made a lot of good points about why you wouldn't select Einstein.
He picked Albert Einstein for his Minister of Education, I think it was.
Yes, that was.
He picked Albert Einstein because of, Albert Einstein is the one that came with the theory of revolution what was it on the theory of relativity? Okay.
Yeah, and he picked him as Department of Education head. Yeah.
Yeah, but Albert Einstein, if you know his story, this guy pretty much was a social misfit.
Yes, he was.
Unhinged.
This guy was a social misfit.
Unhinged.
Lot of absolutely intelligent person are. You guys know. There's a whole bunch of guys you know.
Oh no,
sure.
No, I'm just talking about him per se because he's super
but
famous.
Socially,
And-
they're very
right.
uncomfortable.
You know,
You
this
can
guy's
almost
dating.
call it social misfits.
Right.
This guy dating his own cousin.
So did Elvis. Before Priscilla. Before Priscilla.
You know, this dude. So on top of that,
and so did Great Balls of Fire.
Einstein, Leo Fermi,
yeah,
all these guys in Chicago, they get together and write a letter to Roosevelt, to build the atomic bomb. It all started with them.
Wow.
They were opposed at first, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They was working on all this stuff at Chicago University. Yeah. And see, Albert Einstein is also an immigrant from Germany.
Right.
He came here from Germany.
He did.
So I would never have this guy. He doesn't have the empathy of teaching. We're talking about young people. He's not built like that. No. And there's no knock on him. It's just the fact that I could put him in a cabinet position, but it would have nothing to do with education. Just because you're a genius doesn't mean you know how to run anything.
You would put him as the head of research development, perhaps.
Maybe. I would have put him as my driver.
Your driver? Albert, unhinged Albert Einstein?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Keep his ass out of trouble. Because guys, people that think too much always in trouble. That's why I would have put him.
Wow. Albert Einstein. Like you mean for the market and stuff? Like local?
No. I mean, be honest. If I was on the panel that day, he wouldn't have made the list.
No.
I'm sorry. He wouldn't have made the list. I had a zillion other people I would have picked for, my vice president, my secretary of state.
Yes.
The people over
I was shocked nobody picked
education.
Nobody picked Woodrow Wilson. I was shocked about that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, a question like that given to me to do research on, some of the guys that they picked, I wouldn't have never picked, to be honest.
I threw some weird ones in there as options. I threw Gilgamesh in there too. So.
Right. I think you put Susan B. Anthony in there, right?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just saying, from my point of view, I look at things a little bit different. That's all. Absolutely. Anybody that becomes, the destroyer of worlds, I can't have you working with me.
But do you think it's philosophical? Do you think anybody in that position would become a destroyer of worlds because they're in that position?
Well, everybody that became destroyers of worlds wasn't looking at it like the very guy, Oppenheimer, was looking at it, and he was the one that created the bomb.
But what about the highest ranking position possible? Is it possible to retain your humanity? This isn't a topic. I'm just off the cuff. Is it topical to retain your humanity if you are the highest ranked serving official? Can you keep your humanity?
In this world, no.
Yeah, in today,
not in not in this world. Because you was telling them like bringing them from whatever then history guys and bringing them in today's world. Right? No way. No way. Because you don't go along to get along. You don't become one of us.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
Now, Sonny, on the other hand, he'll have Mr. Waiter, all his Japanese buddies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down at the table with them kimonos and stuff on like they did me and my brother, and we got to cross our legs. I'm 280 pounds, and I got to cross my legs at a little bitty table.
You have to
do you
cross
see how
your
this goes? Why would you do that to another human being?
You just be hanging out, and people think there's a black mamba running around in Japanese restaurant.
Inside a riot over there.
Oh, Avi, I didn't tell you this.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to Stevie, he remembers these things that happened to him.
Avi!
Yes, sir.
Brother, they took my food away from me.
What?
They took my food away from me.
What do you mean, Stevie?
That's the empathy that the Japanese have for the black man.
Because he was, you know, he was eating too much
I'll
pancakes.
tell you about it some other time, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I just leave your thoughts on that.
No more
Part 2 is coming.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
No more pancake for you, Black Mama.
But anyway, man, Professor, I'm glad you came on the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it, my boy.
Thank you, guys.
And I sent the email out. I haven't got a answer yet. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. But Sonny,
yeah,
appreciate you coming on, sparing a little
Thanks
time.
so much for having me again.
All right.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
everybody out there that's watching the show. This is how we do it. This is Tokyo Heat. The professor came on tonight. We make the show even better. So we appreciate that. Next week, gang, I'll be able to talk about a little bit of football. And 3 the Hard Way will be back. So, with all that being said, for my man, Sonny Ono, and for the professor, Aubrey Klein, I'm your boy, Stevie Ray. See you next week. And if you do nothing else, be one. Peace.